Hello, and welcome to Loose Threads, a true crime podcast that goes behind the scenes of some of the most fascinating and frustrating missing persons cases in America, and the unusual and driven people who insert themselves into these mysteries. Why do people insert themselves into criminal cases, and what consequences have they and others suffered as a result? Does it ever really help? As someone who has been there and done that, I may be uniquely qualified to explore these topics. So join me as we investigate the many twists and turns of public advocacy in American justice. Back in 2017, I thought we were finally going to break this thing wide open. It all started with a message from a woman I'll call Jane. She had boldly inserted herself into the Vernal Kunz Jr. case by contacting the missing boy's father, Vernal Kunz, under false pretenses. She didn't use a fake name or persona, but she led him to believe she was genuinely interested in him, personally and emotionally. She hoped that if he felt safe, he might finally open up and reveal the truth about what happened. Jane wasn't in it for attention. She wasn't part of the usual web of true crime sleuths. She just wanted answers. And when she started to get close to Vernal, she reached out to me for help. She wanted to plan a phone call, one that would catch him off guard and maybe, just maybe, get him to admit to something, anything. So I reached out to my network, my fellow forensic astrologers, friends I'd made over the years who knew how to read not just birth charts, but moments. We studied the upcoming transits, looking for a time that might be conducive to lower Vernal's defenses and encourage him to speak from the heart, or at least speak off the cuff. August 16th, 2017, at 10:15 in the morning, looked promising. Jane made the call right on schedule. And what Vernal said to her didn't match anything he'd said before. The story of what happened at the campground was different. Again, his account of the day Dior disappeared had changed once more, and not in a small way. After the call, we were supposed to move into phase 2. Jane would come forward using a carefully worded public post to expose that Vernal had been baited, that someone pretending to be a new romantic interest had gotten him to talk. My role was to lay the groundwork and introduce the idea in one of the Facebook groups, letting people know something big was coming. I made my post, but Jane never followed through. She disappeared and ghosted me entirely. To this day, I don't know why. What I do know is that it left me holding the bag. Vernal's mother saw my post, and she didn't take it well. She threatened to dox me, to reveal my identity, something I'd kept private for my own safety. She said I was meddling and that I had no right. But the simple fact remains that Vernal's story had changed again. And when that happens enough times, you stop asking what he said and you start asking, why does it keep changing? This case has always been a web of contradictions. But that call in August of 2017, that was a turning point for me. Not because it solved anything, but because it showed with eerie clarity that the truth, whatever it is still being hidden. And sometimes, even the people who claim they want to help vanish when things get real. What are your thoughts, Threaders? Why do you think the catfisher ghosted me when I needed her the most? Let me know in the comments down below. Next time on Loose Threads, we look at the one person who's never changed his story, Isaac Reinwand, and why law enforcement may have put too much stock in what he had to say. So like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell so you won't miss one exciting episode.